All right, welcome to our part 2 of our Black in Japan experience.
Right.
Why'd
Why'd you say experience like that? Freak.
Because you didn't see, I did like the rainbow sign that SpongeBob's freak Bob ass does in the TV show.
Okay.
So, of course, here joined with me is my partner in crime, Giancarlo Frazier.
Oh God.
I never pronounce his name right. I always just say Giancarlo because that's just what it sounds like when I read it. But I'll never pronounce it right ever in my life. I'll probably take that shit to the grave with me.
I appreciate that. Giancarlo. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
But so this takes place after our last night. Our night ended last time where we went to Shinjuku. And
First official night technically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not first official full day.
Yes.
Because we did our first night, technically we were landing in Japan. So that was the first technical night, but our first official full day was the last video. So this is day 2.
Yep. And the sleep that night was pretty nice. The beds were not all that, I'm not gonna lie to you. We're talking about Japan at a cheap host guest house. And but the sleep was good. I slept for like 8, no, not even. I'm pretty sure it was just 6 hours. We woke up at a decent time to go essentially walk around. We went to Akihabara because that day was your birthday. Yep. And we went to Akihabara, explored the anime. Well, I don't know if it's the biggest part of Japan when it comes to anime, but it's one of the most popular ones. We did have to take the train there, of course. And like I said, I can't speak enough about how good the transportation system is when it comes to trains in Japan, where you don't have to own a $5,000+ car and spend like $20 gas to drive. You can just spend like 10 at max. Not even 10. It was probably
sometimes you're getting under 10. I feel like let's just go base, right? Let's just say for 10, let's say max 15, you could damn near go anywhere in Tokyo.
Yeah, basically.
Like you can go anywhere. Now, there and back, maybe 15, but the $20 you would spend on gas, like in America at least, to just go to a function or something like that, you can spend that on either a full day or maybe 2 full days of just transportation around Tokyo.
Definitely.
Pretty insane, if you ask me. I mean, we've already talked about the prices, but I can't keep.
Honestly, at this point, we shouldn't even call it insane. Enough. It needs crazy to become a standard, honestly.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. One, just again, the price, everything is so affordable. Because I'm not even gonna say that we went there with a lot of money. Like,
we're not
I
rich,
think we each definitely.
I promise you.
Yeah. Like we each went there with about at least over 1,000. Put it that way. But I mean, that's literally just if you want to get certain stuff. Like, it is really cheap to go over there. To be honest, if you're an employee. But like, and at least somewhat decent with handling your money. But it's really not that great. There's some good stuff that you can do over there. Like Yeshua said, I mean, waking up that day or this day, I mean, we technically had just came back from Warp last night, but I didn't really feel anything crazy waking up for my first day at the club, because I think we were just trying to experience a little bit of the nightlife.
Yeah, we didn't do anything crazy. We didn't get white.
We didn't do anything crazy. It's not like we were like wasted, like he said, or hangover. So it was pretty much the simple wake up. But this was probably one of the more favorable spots that I wanted to go to, because like Yeshua said, this is a known anime spot. It's not like, I'm not saying it's the most known, or that there's not other known places, but I did know that Akihabara had a place.
I'm pretty sure I learned about that like at least 15 years ago when I learned about Akihabara, because anime was one of the things I was into 15 years ago, and Akihabara,
you still are now.
Yes, yeah, definitely filthy. And Akihabara was one of the main places I learned about when it came to anime, and so that was definitely a spot that needed to be visited.
So especially on my birthday. I mean, like I said, probably in the first video, but just like a little small recap that Japan, or not necessarily Japan, but anime has been a reason why, or one of the reasons why I wanted to go to Japan since a little kid. Um, Another one being that I used to live next to Japanese people when I was younger, and that was my first like actual culture shock. So combining those together, and it's my birthday. Akihabara was a perfect pick. And to be honest, the train ride there was cool, but it really dropped us off. Let's say
I
give
feel
or
like we
take
just chose
15
we
minutes.
probably just like
walking
chose the
away.
wrong train, maybe.
Probably because it dropped us off in an area, but the main street where all the good stuff was, I want to say we might have been dropped off maybe 15 minutes away from it, walking 15, 20. But I actually don't mind that because, I mean, we're exploring. So, cool. We just need to find the street, but it's good because we also get to just kind of see something other than Shinjuku. Because at that point, we had only seen Shinjuku. So we had did our whole walk and we kind of understood what Shinjuku looked like. Akihabara had its own different essence, not it wasn't as advertised or a lot as far as just normally walking around like your host clubs and certain things like that, like you see in Shinjuku, which is more of a nightlife city. Like Akihabara had like some good businesses and stuff that we were passing by, like a bunch of like shops for a wide variety. It was really nice.
I believe
Akihabara was tall too.
I believe when we came, I don't know if it was on the way back where it was like these big, huge stores. One was like full of with like Gundam products. I think there was a movie theater out there too.
That's when we got to the actual like where the Akihabara like stuff was, like the good stuff. When we had first got dropped off, there were still some good company buildings. Like it was, by tall, I mean like there was some buildings there. Like it was cool. But once we got to the actual street, man.
Yeah, once we got to the street,
we were talking about a dream.
Yeah. Well, what the stuff we saw in those videos 15 plus years ago, it's still there, if not better. And we didn't waste time after walking around for like maybe 10 minutes in the area. We chose a random store to go into. There's like so many stores. We barely scratched the surface on like the stores we could visit there because it's not like it's just one shop. Like you'll go into one building and it's tall and there'll be like 5 to 7 other stores on each floor. And they can be kind of cramped here and there compared to at least a US store. But there's just plenty of places to go to in Akihabara. Kind of window shopped a little bit here and there. My main goal really was to get souvenirs for the people because I find it kind of hard to shop for myself because here in the US I practice like anti-consumerism because corporations here be greedy as hell. But goal was definitely to get souvenirs for people while I was out there. And there's no shortage.
It was easy for me to get stuff.
There's no shortage of things for you to buy in any of these stores. I promise you that. One of the things I wish I would have found was one of the things I wish I would have found when I was out there was a music album by Utari Hikaru. Yeah, they had one out there for Dream Drop Distance, but that's the only reason it was there is because it was Dream Drop Distance. One of the like, I don't want to say it's the least like Kingdom Hearts game, but like it was still up there for a reason. Nobody wanted it. Like, I wanted something that was more dedicated to her, but I know you have found something out there for Mel, like an album from Jujutsu Kaisen with the hubby on there.
It was the arc that had I don't know if that's the inventory arc or whatever, but it was like the little flashback arc, I guess you can say, that had Gojo and Geto when they were a little bit younger. And it was an album, I believe, that was Tatsuya's, who was a singer that we kind of know. And I saw that album and I already knew that was going to be something that, just looked cool. And at that point, I was being generous. So, I just went ahead and, bought some stuff because I had already bought, man. Look, man, You know, I had to go there for my women, my wives. Oh yeah, we had to go get. I got me a Auto album. I got me the Persona Live album, and I also went to go see the one that happened in 2026. By the way, I was there in LA. It was lit. But I got the other Persona Live album, and I got a Yoasobi album. You know, I gotta get Leeless and Auto. Those are my girls.
As you should.
Those are my wives. But yeah, no, there was a lot of cool stuff that was there, and I'm glad that I got yen just all over the goddamn backpack. But what the hell am I?
Yep. One thing that was pretty common out there, and I don't know if they had that ready because it was hella cloudy. It didn't rain hard that day, but there were like umbrellas, like in almost all the stores that we went into. I got one from one of the stores there. I never even ended up using it, to be honest. It was like a clear umbrella with a Pokemon theme on top of it. It was really cheap too. It was probably like a few hundred yen. Like you can't even go into your average grocery store here and buy an umbrella for a couple dollars. You spend at least $6 or $7 on an umbrella out here.
That's correct. Oops, sorry. There's a lot of noise in the background. That's my fault. But no, dude,
it's damn near free out there.
Out there, it is like that has to be for people that are looking to go out to have a simple vacation. I would say Japan is I feel like it's good no matter where you're looking, because if you're looking for like a live kind of like I would say like more of a younger adult type vacation, right? You know, probably a lot of nightlife. They got stuff like that out there. And I'm just talking about just Tokyo at this point, right? They have stuff like that. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more chill, they have stuff like that as well too. I mean, you'd probably go to like the Osaka or stuff like that. But like it's so friendly when it comes to the wallet that it is crazy. And experiencing it live. Like I done told my family members this multiple times. They're like, oh, that's too expensive. Word. But this, man, you ain't lived until you went to a Lawson and got them damn chicken bites for about $2.
It comes with what do you call it right there? So you use the shit. Toothpick.
Oh, a toothpick to pick. You got us here using our bare hands like some goddamn heathens. Some goddamn Neanderthal.
But after we went shopping we went to maybe about 4 different stores, got what we wanted to get. And then we took a train back, or we attempted to anyway. Because like you said, we went it wasn't like the completely wrong direction, but it was a train that took us farther away from where we needed to be to get back to the guest house. And when we got to that station, we were looking at the map to see what's the next train we need to take, and I guess it was because it was rush hour or something, but the time it would have taken us to walk back to the guest house was the same amount of time it would have taken us on the train. So we were just like, F it, let's just walk the rest of the way. And it was not bad at all, bro. Like, I don't think people need to travel so they can wrap their brains around what it feels like to be able to walk 25 minutes versus having to drive 25 to 30 minutes in Houston traffic. Like, bro, y'all don't understand how stressful it is to have to drive around these monkeys in traffic, bro.
Okay. Type shit.
And you have to be chill because, again, Texas is one of those like gun-tone states, so
yeah, they gonna get you right.
Like if you get angry, if you think you're angry, there's always going to be someone that will get angrier than you.
That will get more angry than you.
Yes, they're going to risk it all, no matter what. So me as I'm not gonna go crazy like that. But you don't need to deal with all that in Japan because, again, people while they're walking, they're hella courteous because that's just the type of environment that they have in their culture, and you can just walk 25 minutes. You can enjoy the scenery. The weather was nice.
It's good.
If it's cold, just stop at some random bar on the way and take a shot of whatever they got and walk the rest of people need to like have their brains rewired so they can understand how deep into your pockets Uncle Sam is. He's like, let me stop with that analogy.
Right, come on now. Gotta stay locked in here.
I'm pretty sure we stopped at some store, probably Lawson, before we got back to the guest house. And
Of course, we needed to grab a little bit of something because, to be honest, and yes, we skimmed a little bit over it, but when I say that we took the wrong train, think of it like this: because we're not stupid enough to read the directions and get on the wrong train. We went on the wrong side of the same train. Let's say that we're on station number 5. We need to go to 1. That's descending.
Yeah, they go in different directions.
5 and then went to 6, 7, 8. We went ascending.
Yeah,
we went in the same train, just a different direction. And because of that, we might have left around like 5, 6 p.m. We didn't get back to like 8, 9, which also made the walk a little bit better because it was nighttime. And me personally, it's not even just Japan, right? It looks like this in New York and cities in general, Houston as well. Mm-hmm. The night time makes buildings pop. Like when the lights reflect off of it, and there's just so much stuff. Like it was a nice walk. But yeah, we did definitely go back and grab some food because I don't think that I ate while I was out there because I was kind of
we wanted
in the
to,
zone. I was seeing merch I ain't never seen before.
Yeah, but yeah, we ate and then went to. I want to say, I don't remember if this was one of the days where I went to Golden Guy while you were taking a nap. I feel like I took a nap too. I don't remember. I might have went to Golden Guy or not.
There's a couple of days that you did go. You could have woke up earlier than me and went to Golden Guy.
I think that's what happened. I might have woken up earlier than him and went to Golden Guy. And Golden Guy, I don't think he ever went with me to Golden Guy.
No, I woke up and called you because I didn't see you. You probably said that you was already at Golden Guy and you would come back when it's time to go to the club. Yeah. I think that's how that went.
And Golden Guy, hands down, is still one of my. I don't know where I rank it, but it's definitely in my top 3 experiences in Shinjuku because it just felt the most. No, that's where I had the most human interaction, like without needing to be in a club where the music is booming and you can barely talk to people. People come in sober, so like they're not drunk yet, but they're prepared to talk to you while drinking alcohol. So they're getting loose and they're just being very
wow.
The barrier is falling down, right? Because there's this barrier when it comes to these people in Japan where like, especially in the daytime where you're just walking, where the people don't really interact with you, especially maybe it's because I'm black and I'm a foreigner.
Yes,
and
which is definitely part of it.
Yeah, and in these bars, the barrier just comes down. I was able to go into bars in the Golden Guy where I'm like sitting hella close to people and I'm just able to talk to them about everything. I'm sorry for these people because I wasn't speaking a lick of Japanese and they were answering all these like deep and detailed questions that I was asking about their culture and whatnot. So definitely thanks to those people and the Golden Guy, which is honestly an area that was historically set up more for locals before and after the World War. And it also used to be a red light district, but the government started cracking down on that area, and now it's just the whole area is basically repurposed to be for bar hopping. And there's like maybe 60 plus bars in that area. I'd have to look it up online to see. So there's no shortage of like variety when it comes to the bars that's in the Golden Guy. And another part of the experience is also talking to the bartenders. Like it's more than just going to the bartender to order your alcohol and then you go look around and see who you can talk to. Like here in Texas. That's kind of what I feel like it's like here, where people don't really talk to the bartenders here. You just go there, order your drinks, and then you go see who you can talk to in the club or bar. Here, like you're so close to not only the people but the bartender that like you have no choice but to, which is a good thing in my opinion, but to interact with them.
Everything's compact.
Yes. And I got to talk to people that were from France, from Colombia, from a bunch of people we met from Australia, in Japan in general.
Yeah. Which is kind of crazy. Well, not too bad because, I mean, Australia and Japan's, while it does have some it's not as far as I guess you could say we think.
Yeah, it's probably closer than where we are from the Texas.
Way closer. So, we're on the other side of the planet.
But after walking around the Golden Guy and talking, G did call me. I think once or twice. I think I was trying to leave one of the bars the second time he called so we can meet up. I think did I stop at some place? I don't remember if I stopped somewhere to get us food before. I'm pretty sure I stopped to get money before we went to work. So
I think so, because I had
part two.
already since you were still a ways away, I went to go get food.
Okay.
And that's when I had that interaction happen, which was kind of
What
kind of interesting. The interaction that and yeah, I mean it. Okay, so I went over there and I went to go grab a little something. I didn't want something too heavy, but I wanted to get something on my stomach because and I know that I ate that day, but I think that we ate early before we actually went to Akihabara. But I knew that I was going to be drinking because we were going to go out to the bar again. Shout out Disco, but the guy that we had met at the bar before he had gave us like VIP passes to come back. And this was like the early morning when I told him, hey, like it's my birthday technically today. He'll come back, me, and he gave us the VIP passes.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to eat, but I also wanted to have fun. So I went there to grab something kind of slight, right? And I had some I don't exactly, it was like some noodle something that you could heat up, but it wasn't ramen. It was something else. And I don't know. It was cheap, whatever it was. And I grabbed that and like a drink because I was going to go ahead and beat that down. That way I had something on my stomach and then go and get active. And then I went in there, and while I was buying it, the lady, bless her soul, right? She was an older lady. She was like explaining something to me. Now I have studied like Japanese, but I haven't finished my studies. So I understood bits and pieces of what she said, but not the full gravity of what she was trying to tell me. So I'm like, okay, well,
Almost like a caveman talking
okay,
to
cool.
you. Or you're the caveman, I guess.
Like, well, I mean, I didn't know if they're exactly what the problem was, right? But she was pointing behind me because she can see that I couldn't get like what she was. But I turned around and I saw like some stuff on the counter. But it just okay, well, thank you, ma'am. And then she smiled, and then we did the bow joint and everything else. There were two girls that had walked in and I guess saw what was happening. They obviously knew that I had no idea what the lady was saying, and one of them was like, "Hey, she was she said it like in." You can tell that she knew more English, but she was still studying because she actually spoke like in a decent sentence, but it was like brokenish English, if you know what I mean, right? And she was saying that the older lady was telling me that you can heat up the food right there, which is something that I had heard of, but I haven't really experienced. Like you can just heat the food up and eat it there. You don't have to I was gonna just take it back to the house and do what I had to do there. And the ladies was like, so the lady at the cash register gave me chopsticks. I know how to use chopsticks, right? And the ladies or the girls that came in showed me over there to it, and then they pressed the button. They heated the food up for me because whatever. Okay, cool. Let them do that. And then once they were done, they like handed it to me, and then the girl had the chopsticks, and I don't know if she knew if I knew how to use chopsticks or not. So she was like, like she had that look like, okay, well, does this guy even know what to, how to use these? Now, me again, I know how to use chopsticks. Did I tell her that? Of course not. No, I don't. I have no idea how to use these. So she grabbed like a little bit of the noodles and fed some to me. Boy, man, I was, yeah. But that was a nice little interesting interaction. Yeah, sometimes you gotta.
I promise you, any Japanese people come into Texas, nobody will ever do that to you. No one's gonna look at you.
Nobody will ever. No.
Do you know how to use a fork and then feed you your KFC? Well, not KFC. We're talking about. First of all, there's no good food in our gas stations. Maybe if you go to like
there's affordable food sometimes, but I wouldn't necessarily say good.
Maybe if you go to like a taco truck or something, but that's more like a Texas specific thing, and California, right?
South and Cali as well. They'll have those in the places close to Mexico might have those.
But nobody's doing that to you. I promise you.
Yeah, like they're gonna because it's so diverse over here that you're definitely not the first Asian person they've seen.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
And you got to realize, and it's unfortunate, right? But I mean, they kind of do that everywhere. just how like a black person could show up and be like, oh, that's a black person, like in Japan, right? Oh, that's a black person. They don't necessarily know the different, like some people can, but they're gonna just say black person. They're not gonna say Jamaican or you know, British or American or Nigeria. They're not gonna say that. They're just gonna be black. It's gonna kind of somewhat be the same in America. Like, so even if you came over here and you're Japanese, you're gonna be like, that's an Asian person. Like, they're gonna assume you should already know what the hell's going on and look at you mad stupid when you don't. So
probably call you a slur and make fun of your accent.
Bring a translator. But yeah, that was the little, what do you call it, before. Then that's when Yeshua had came back, and then we went ahead and boom, shot off to the works.
To our co-op quest to warp Shinjuku.
Yeah. Warp Shinjuku. Do you want to start? Or do you want me to start?
So
what do you call it?
When we got there, just like we mentioned in a previous video, when we buy tickets to get inside, and I believe Disco did give us like a code for us to give them, so that we not only get discounts to get inside, but they gave us extra drink passes.
Yeah, we had to tell.
But
no, I was saying I think that it gave us a couple of dollars off, and then some free drinks.
Yeah, and we went in there, got our free drinks to start off the night, and we went to one of the random rooms that was playing some music. Because we didn't meet Disco immediately when we got there, so we figured he was just doing something. And so we went to one of the random rooms in Warp Shinjuku, and then I don't know if he met us in one of the rooms or he met him in the main room, but after he met us, he introduced... Huh?
See, you done forgot already. Look.
What?
I got you.
What did I forget?
Paint the picture, right? No, because here. Watch this. Boom, we walk into the main room, right? This is the second day here. Nothing crazy going out. I don't think that we went straight to the bar and got drinks. No, we did, because they gave us 2 drink vouchers instead of 1. Because remember when we first went in there and we bought one, they gave us a free drink voucher, but I guess the VIPs get an extra one. So we got one in the main room. He was not there. The night before, when we came there, when we go upstairs and go to the right, they were playing like some hip hop-ish music. This is before we knew they had a whole hip hop section. So we just did the same round, right? Okay, cool. Well, we're going to go up to the top right and see what's going on. They were not playing hip hop again. No. Right? I don't know what they were playing. It was something else. But
house music or something.
We was like, okay, cool. And then we shot off to the room adjacent to that. That's where we saw Disco. He was sitting at the table with our soon-to-be best friends, especially one of them, who's now pretty much our sister. But we had saw him, and then that's like, hey, okay, cool. Come to find out, one of the girls at the table, we're gonna use a screen name, but we're gonna say Sky, right? That's close to her name. Sky was at the table, and then we had another person. Both of them really cool, but Sky, that's gonna be like our partner in crime for the rest of the essentially tour. And she had said herself, yo, like, I met this. Apparently she was at the club, like the same club that we were at last night, but we just didn't see each other, I guess, right? She was like, yeah, I met Disco last night. He invited me here too. And same thing with the other girl, but the other girl and Disco had already known each other.
Disco like just be finding it. He be finding people.
Disco just finds anybody and just boom.
He finds anybody that looks like him, and he's like, yeah. He definitely made sure we had a good time.
That right there is when we started talking to them, and then we had our second drink. Oh yeah, and yeah, I don't know what they're paying him, but they need to pay him more because when it comes to especially foreigners, he's extroverted and well versed enough speaking that he can pick you. Now it's easy for Black people in a space where there's not much Black people to find another Black person and immediately spot them out and at least be cordial or make friends with them because they know that you're feeling exactly what they might feel. You know what I'm saying? Or are feeling currently. So it's very simple. He's niggas, easy money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just kind of how it is because we, for the most part, all think alike. And then obviously when we saw Sky, well, after talking to her for a second, come to find out she's also a sister. She's just a lighter tone, but she's a sister.
She was on the same frequency. Like if there's a bunch of black people in one
Anything I was
spot
saying,
and
she
a
was down there
frequency.
finishing my sentences.
Yep, I see why they hired her over there in her hometown. Well, not hometown,
In
but
Korea.
yeah. And we drank with them for a little bit.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of skies in Korea.
Yeah.
We drank with them for a lot.
Yeah.
So it started off a little bit slower just because we were getting to know each other, right? Like we just now met these people. And I guess it was also filling each other out in a sense of, okay, is this actually going to be like a cool night? Or is it going to be one of those like, oh, yeah, they're cool people, but I probably might not come back.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I forgot who said it. I want to say it was Disco himself. Because I want to say one of us, I don't know if it was you or me, but was asking like, yo, like they were playing hip hop. Because I ain't gonna cap. And the club that we were, like that part, because Warp is 4 different clubs. The one that we were in, music was straight buns. There was like nobody really in there. And one of us, again, I don't remember if it was you or me, brought up hip hop music, like rap music. And we had said that we had heard it literally right next door, but they're not playing it. So that's when I think you had pulled your phone out. We had looked to see, yo, is there like a hip hop night? Is that just like, did we come during hip hop night or what? And then I want to say Disco was like, no, there's like a hip hop club downstairs. And we didn't even know that that's like where it was, like near the main floor.
Yeah,
we
I
thought
think
it was
we
main
just
floor
passed it
upstairs,
up.
2 different clubs. So, but it's literally right next to you. Walk past it when you go in the entrance, but the main room is so big and loud, you just naturally gravitate towards there. Man, he took us to the hip hop spot, and that's all she wrote. Man, it was, man. I saw Asian motherfucker with do rags on. I said, "Yarp." What's really going?
Dude had a do-rag on, and like for no reason. Like I understand, like there's some people that aren't black that have their hair texture that could benefit from a do-rag, but he just had it on for the cosplay.
Bros were in there with do rags on, Jordan pants, sweat. I was like, tight, and they were playing the Compton classics. I was like, word. And this one I really knew Sky was black because I'm over here dancing. I turned around, she dancing too. I said, word. And that like the awkward, oh, I know this song, but I really don't know this song. Like dance, like no, the actual moves to the dances.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Because Sky
That's
isn't
the
even
sister.
originally from the US.
She cool with us. You feel me? But no, she's from UK.
Yeah.
But there's black people out there.
Yeah, most definitely. But like the culture from California, like she, even though she's not from there, she like was like still so familiar with it. Maybe that's just me underestimating the influence of hip hop outside of.
Isn't everybody?
US. Especially since we're in Japan and they have a whole section of a club dedicated to it.
They have a whole section and actual characters to fit the part in there.
Mm-hmm.
They fit every part except for being black and actually from the struggle.
These were not paid characters.
No,
they
it
were
was,
there
man. We walked in that club and yeah, they were there and they had, man. I'm like, yo, what are we doing?
Like that's like me showing up to like some Chinese New Year event and I'm wearing.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that was the most fun that we
kimono.
had in there. That I had.
Yeah, that was.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah,
because the kimono is Japanese.
Yeah, I know, right?
At a Chinese New Year event, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy.
I know, which is insane.
Word. No, I feel it. Word.
But yeah, that hip hop room, I could definitely say we were in there the most. And
obviously,
Disco, I wanted to buy a round of drinks for everybody too, but I guess because Disco worked there, he ended up getting a lot of like discounts or whatever. He just kept buying his drinks. Like, goddamn.
Yeah. But so high key. We went to the rap room. We might have found it. We found a pretty interesting roster. So boom, we already had Disco and then the other two, right? So we were going in there 5 deep. No, we were going in there 5 deep. You had Sky, the other girl, you had Disco, and then you had me and Yeshua. Boom, we going in there 5 deep. Disco brings some siblings down there. I guess we saw them while we were moving around. A tall white guy. I don't know if that was his sister. I think she said that was his cousin.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay,
they
pulled up. And they're like white. Like they weren't from like Australia or anything. I think they're from America as well. I don't know if I think that they're living there. I think so.
Yeah, they were living there for a minute.
They're cool as well. So when we walked in there and we saw them as well, I want to say that it happened like a scene out of a movie, out of an anime, damn near, right? Where the it's like as soon as the black people showed up, the characters started pulling out. So we already saw like the do-rag people and all of them. But when I say that the Avengers spawned in front of us, right? So boom, first person, we're gonna call him Shanghai. That dude was cooked the entire when we showed up, he had to be like 5 drinks down. He was done.
Yes.
I mean, Shanghai cool. Shanghai around our age.
Shanghai, I actually want to go to Shanghai.
And Shanghai was, we call him that because that's where he said he was from. Like when we walked in there, a lot of people were staring at us like, oh God, it's black people. You know what I'm saying? And
he was one of the first people to come and like dap us up. And
he was so gone. He walked straight up to us. Yeah. I was like, huh. And he looked like just a normal agent. He wasn't wearing nothing crazy. I expected one of the dudes with the do-rags to pull up and try to, do a gang handshake or something. That's what I was expecting.
Those people hung out in like the back of the club or the room and just kind of like looked at us, trying to see if we were picking up on their aura, if they had any.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do they accept us as their own neck ass? But no, Shanghai was a trip. So he came in, and the thing is, Shanghai did not care about your personal space. No. That man was all in your face talking. I was like, word, right? And he was gone. They started playing some good music. We started dancing, and just having a good time. This is where we see the next character from the Avengers pull up. Now, I had seen, we're just gonna call her the Viet homie. Now, I don't know if she was even Viet or Philip. I don't know. But we're gonna call her the Viet homie. Yeah, Fun Size. We're gonna call her Fun Size. So we see Fun Size. Fun Size is already in a group with like 3 other girls. But when we came in, like Fun Size looked like she was trying to have fun, but the other girls weren't.
They were dead.
You feel me? And I don't know if I don't even think those were her friends. I don't even think that those were her friends because she literally was hanging out with us the rest of the night and they disappeared. I think that she showed up to have fun, and then it's kind of like that situation where like girls, it's easy to gravitate towards other girls. Same thing with guys, like in those situations, right? So she probably just hung out with them, and that was just who it was. They weren't trying to get lit at all. Like they were sitting in the hip hop club. Fun Size was like trying to move around and dance, and they were just sitting there drinking. Like I guess that I don't know. It was NPC hour before we showed up. Like I don't get it. So we start dancing. Fun Size just like y'all are lame. She gravitates towards us. Word. So we're all chilling. We're dancing and stuff like that. I turn around. Disco done got the do-rag on the white girl. And I'm like, word. And I don't even know how that happened or when that happened. I don't even know where they got the do-rag from.
I don't know either.
But now the white girl got the do-rag on. So okay, cool. Like, and the drinks are hidden, everything is cool. And then I go over there to talk to Disco for a little bit, just to chat, blah 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 blah. And then we hear Fun Size pull up. What's up, my niggas? Me and Disco look at each other like, Fun Size is not black, by the way. Like I said, she's either full Vietnamese.
I think she was full Vietnamese. Exactly she was Vietnamese.
Okay, so she's full Vietnamese. She's not black. She said, "What's up, my niggas?" I'm like, word. Me and this, but it's like a picture of me and Disco looking at each other like, yo, like, wait. But she was lit, and we're like, bro, whoa. And I'm like, bro, I look at Disco, and we look at her, and she's like, oh, like she gasped.
She knew what she did.
Like you the one that said it. What you gasped for, bro? But she's a great time, but that was crazy. I'm not gonna cap. That was crazy. I was like, wow. Sensational, right?
It was like a blast right, back to like 2015 when the Asians thought they could just say
10 times just that night. Bro, she said it like 10 times out there. It was interesting. She cool peoples though, but
she was definitely entertaining.
Yeah, she's an interesting one. She's an interesting one. She was definitely let's say lit.
Yeah. At one point, she had showed us her phone. And on her phone, I think it was like they had showed us like
picture. Yeah.
What was it? Like, I didn't know if it was like hentai.
It was a picture of Chun-Li with a penis. No, it was legit a picture of Chun-Li with a penis.
Right, okay, so
and I was like, okay. I was like, oh yeah, Fun Size is cooked. She's done. Yeah,
I think it made sense because I think later on
is probably about
we found out that she was lesbian, so I think that made sense. To be honest.
she said it. So, I mean, I guess, but she was cooked, and she was throwing out the nigga word like it was like you breathe air. And every time she said it, we would look and she'd be like, "Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Wait, can I say that?" I'm like, bro, Fun Size, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? Listen, you better not let Sky hear you. Sky was literally just telling us. She was literally telling me. I don't know if Yeshua heard it. Maybe 20 minutes ago, that she had gotten to fisticuffs.
Oh yeah,
with a girl out there in Korea for calling her a nigga, and I'm over here thinking like, damn, Sky is really like maybe 2 to 3 paces to the left. She might turn to the right and be like, and air this. Oh man. Oh, I was like, no, please, not like that. Not like this, bro. Sky tussle. She'll tussle with you. But yeah, no, that was interesting, but it was definitely a fun night for sure.
Yeah, Disco got everybody like at least 3 rounds of drinks, if not us. The third time around, he got us like a shot of liquor that I don't remember the name of it, but it was 2 snakes coiled in a jar, and it was brown liquor. He gave us a shot of that.
Yeah,
that was an okay liquor. It was pretty good. I think he gave us 2 brown.
Shout out to Shanghai. He gave us some drinks too. Shanghai
I was trying not to drink that, bro, but I had to do it for the homie. I was trying not to drink any more liquor after that.
Nah, Shanghai was like, "Hey, my friends," and then Shanghai also ruined a 2-man for us, but that's okay. Y'all weren't in there for the 2-man.
I'm pretty sure he was bi too, from what I remember, because the first.
Oh yeah, he wanted to see what you had going on.
Yeah, hey, respect to him, but I respectfully declined. But I wasn't trying to I wasn't trying to ruin his night, so I was like,
that man was trying to. No, he was trying to butter you up. He said, "I got some drinks for you, baby." Ooh, not very good.
No amount of liquor would ever do that to me.
But the amount of liquor that he had ruined our 2-man. I know that much, bro. So look, I'm gonna tell you all the.
Yeah, go ahead and tell this.
Tell y'all a little tale. At some point, while we're all, what do you call it? At some point, when we're still in the hip hop, what do you call it? Because Shanghai didn't necessarily want to leave, but Disco is an MC, so Disco went on the stage, right, to like hang out, to do his job. The other girl and Yeshua, I want to say Sky went with him too, and they went to go check, like to go see him. I was still in the hip hop club and I was going to go join. I think I was talking to Shanghai. I was like, "Yo, like, you trying to pull up with us? We're about to go like support Disco." He was like, I kind of want to stay here." Okay, cool. And he points out there was 2 girls that just walked in. Right, they just walked in and they go to the bar. He looks at me. He said, "Look at that. You trying to see what that's like?" I said, "All right, word. Why not, bro?" He gets up, or no, he's still sitting down when he points them out. Fun Size comes out. She spawns into the room. I thought she had dipped out with y'all. She comes in, and she slaps the living hell out of my leg. She's boom. I'm like, huh?
She's that short?
Like, where's everybody else at? That's the only thing she could reach. She's Fun Size for a reason, right? She smacks the hell out of my knee. Where's everybody else at? I said, huh? And then, she started like naming the people that she knew to name or whatever. Like, hey, the other guys are friends. Where do they go? And she had kind of like walked in and interrupted me in Shanghai's conversation, so I didn't want to like cut off him to what do you call it? So I wanted to introduce the person I was already talking to. You know what I'm saying? Type. So I was like, yo, like, you know, hey, this is Shanghai, you know. Like, oh, I told her, I was like, hey, you trying to, like, you know, meet my friend Shanghai? Because he kind of, like, stopped talking when he saw her and, like, kind of, like, you know, on some, like, okay, well, obviously they already know each other or whatever.
Bring back the momentum.
Something like this. So I was like, okay, hey, do you want to meet my homeboy Shanghai right now? That's my friend. She said no. She said no, like, loud. And I was like, damn. So he got up and he walked over. I should have known what was happening before it happened. So when she said no, I was so like, damn, you kind of said it a little loud. I also asked the question kind of loud, so I wasn't any better. But she said no even louder. So he got up and, you know, went to do his thing. So I'm telling her, like, I don't know. I think they went to the, what do you call it? And she's all like, oh, let's go. Let's go. What are we doing in here? Let's go grab them, or let's go grab them to come back in here, or whatever the hell. I take a look to the left because we were sitting on the right. The bar's on the left. I take a look to the left. Shanghai walks up to the two girls we're supposed to have a two-man with and puts arms around both of them. He walks in the middle of them, puts arms around both of them. I said, word. He pulls the one on the right end, and I told you he does not care about your personal space. That man turned around, and their face was like an inch, like not even an inch, maybe some centimeters away. He said, hello. I mean, breath just all in the, man. Them girls got up out of there so damn quick. She said, breath. She grabbed her friend, man, they dipped straight out. Yeah. I was like, man, what we doing, Shanghai? He was like, oh, well, I thought that was your girl. He thought that fun-sized was hitting on me or whatever. So he said, I just went to go talk to both of them.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that. I was like, all right, bro.
So he went to go throw.
So fun size, you ruined a two-man, and then after you ruined the two-man, Shanghai destroyed the two-man. Like it was never even. I didn't even want to walk up to him at that point. It was done. It was over. It was over. Yeah, well, I'm gonna act like I have no idea who those girls are, cause ugh.
Well, while that was happening, I did go out there to go support Disco. I went up to the stage. And I'm tall as hell, so like anytime, even though it was dark, he still saw me when I was out there. I think at that point, they had two astronaut dudes in costumes that come up on stage to just live up the crowd. I guess it's just a part of the night whenever they do that, where the two astronauts come out and they just help the crowd get live. They have confetti shootout, and yeah, I think at one point I did give my phone to Disco, and just to show. Well, he was trying to get one of the girls to give him their phone, but they weren't moving. So I was just like, I didn't want it to be like where they just leave him hanging type situation. So I was already recording, so I just gave him my phone, and he did what he did. Crowds live as hell, music, stuff like that. And then I think he gave some time after that, he bought me another shot of alcohol. I was just gone.
Damn.
They
were trying to kill us in there.
Yeah.
No cap.
Most alcohol I drank in a long time.
They were trying to get us right. I'm not gonna lie to you, they got us right. Because first of all, fantastic hosts. Disco did his damn job. And it makes sense because when you look at his like social medias, he's hanging out with like celebrities that went out there. Like he'd hanged out with Dave Chappelle, Ludacris. Like they're on his 50 Cent. So it's like he's doing his job for real, and he's from Atlanta, so you know it was just easy to like talk to him. Like I said, he saw niggas and was like, "Oh well, I am one, so this should be very easy, very good." Love Disco. Next time we go, we hooking up with Disco again. That's the homie. But yeah, so we ended up becoming real good friends with Sky. She gave us the Instagram and stuff. She was like, "Yo, like I know some people out here, so in these next coming days, let's get active." I think we had asked Disco, like, "Yerp, you trying to, turn into a war?" He said, "Bro, I ain't gonna cap. I've been at the club the past like weekend straight because he works there. I think he had a day off or something." He's like, "Mud, I'm gonna have to catch y'all on the weekend." But it was definitely cool. I want to say we got Shanghai's Instagram, but I don't even know where it is anymore. To be honest with you, I'm cooked.
I got him on Instagram.
Cool peoples though. Cool peoples. It was damn Warp that night was probably the best night.
And it wasn't even a
That we were
weekend
at
too.
Warp.
What was it, like a Wednesday morning?
No, that was like, bro, that's like Tuesday, Wednesday.
Tuesday? Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's even more crazy.
I think Warp Shinjuku was a bit much whenever
That's
it's the
kind of how
weekend
that was.
because it's like jam packed like sardines to where you can barely move.
Oh, the weekend we couldn't get in there.
So I think middle of the week was definitely the most enjoyable, especially since there was more.
But I mean, that was, I guess you could say, how that night ended. We had got our contacts, hooked up with who we needed to hook up with to make sure that we had extra nights, I guess you could say, planned for the next time, and we definitely did. And we will be getting into that in the next videos for sure.
Yep. After
As
that
far,
night, we basically went home. I don't remember if we got anything to eat or not, but usually on the way back, we usually stop at Lawson or Family. Whatever.
We stop at Lawson and get toxic. You know how it is. Yeah. I know I do. And it's also a little bit more difficult knowing that was a bar that we searched up, we went to, and it was good, but there's so many touts on the streets. Like, we literally hopped out of the bar, and there was a dude that was, like, from Pennsylvania that almost got us. Like, that man was like, oh, I know another. Well, that's another day. So we'll you know, we'll talk about that then. But at least that night, that was a really good. That was sensational. We had that. I think that was the day that we were able to set up hanging out with some of the other people because we had finally gotten those connections.
Yeah,
but that was good. I mean, the walk home was always nice because it was definitely when you just got done partying for 4 hours straight and you walk home and then it's just Japan at nighttime is beautiful. I don't care what nobody says, especially when you're walking like by yourself. Like, there ain't really nothing beautiful about walking in downtown Houston and you're like one of the only few people on the sidewalk because you see another person on the sidewalk, you're like, oh God. You know what I mean? Maybe not as much for us because we're black males, so we're a little bit harder to, figure out, I guess, but still, you know what I mean? Like, it just, in Japan, it feels so I need to get off Japan nuts, but damn near mythical when you're walking home and you just hear everything just sounds good.
I don't think it's Japan.
It was a nice walk home.
I think the U.S.
that was
or Texas just is not on the frequency. If whenever we start traveling, we go to other places. I think maybe we'll see if there's like a similar frequency where like there are people outside that aren't NPCs or skinwalkers that want to like sell you crack and they just bite your leg or something.